everyone, welcome back to Beauty in the Broken. My name is Heather and the purpose of this channel is to seek and create beauty wherever we can. So today I'm actually going to, we're going to compare 4 different types of additives for resin. So I'm going to use this mold here, which is, see that there's 4 different coffee cups, and I usually turn these into keychains. So today we're going to compare. I have a new color of glitter. I got this Liobro red, and it says chunky glitter. And then we have, what is this? Mazio, neon orange mica powder. And this really does look like a Cheeto. Then also from Mazio, this is a, see if I can get it close enough, a pigment paste, and it is called Summer Green. And then my daughter, nice daughter of mine, added this beautiful sparkly alcohol ink in Lake Blue. I can't read the name of the company. Brea Reese, B-R-E-A-R-E-E-S-E, and it's Lake Blue, and it is a sparkly alcohol ink. So we're gonna do 1 in each of the coffee cups. I've pre-mixed my resin, and this is the Shebebe that I was using before. This is the last of that bottle, so we'll be trying something new later on in the next one, I guess. And I'm just going to decant a little bit into each one down the side so it reduces. There's already micro bubbles in here, but there's that one. And I'm going to put this down because this is a silicone cup. There we go. We don't want to spill it. Okay. And for our pigment paste, we're going to put some in here. And again, 2 hands. We don't want to spill that. This one will be for our mica powder. And normally I like to use these reusable silicone cups, but for glitter's almost impossible to clean up. So for that, I am going to use this paper cup. All right, now we do have some extra glitter, but extra resin, but I can use that in other projects. So let's start with the glitter. I'm going to open up okay, struggling. Sometimes gloves are not your friend. I realize they are important for safety, but sometimes they do make gripping things a little more difficult. So let's show you the glitter. There you go, chunky red glitter. And why not? Let's go with 3. Okay, close that up because glitter gets everywhere. And then we will stir that in. You want to make sure you're getting it well mixed. As I demonstrated in one of the other videos I did, the chunky glitter does tend to sink. In this particular mold, the bottom will actually be the front facing, so we'll have most of the glitter there on the front. No, we'll stick with that. Okay, so our red glitter is done. Now I'm going to open this off away because we do not want it spraying into the mold. And we're going to grab another spoon. And I'm just going to move this over. Okay, good. It's still in frame. because I do not want to get any of this powder. See, it looks like a Cheeto. So we're just going to go with 1 healthy scoop. I think that should be enough. If not, we'll put some more in there. But all right, backing off to put the lid on. Okay. So now let's mix this up. Mica powder, you really, really, really want to make sure it gets all mixed in, because it will show up in your project as not mixed if you don't get this right. So you want to make sure, so like this has some chunks in it. So if we don't get those chunks mixed in, then they will show up as chunks in your resin project. So I know I'm creating bubbles, but I'm also trying to smash those big chunks of mica powder onto the side of the cup. I've never used this brand before, so it's a test of the brand, as well as showing a comparison of what different additives look like in your resin. And this seems to be having a difficult time mixing in. It's a really pretty color, but it is having a difficult time mixing. So perhaps it was too much, or it's just chunky. I've not had this experience with mica powder before. The other micas that I have used have mixed right in. But I am not going to waste your time sitting here mixing this for another 5 minutes. So we'll just get what we get. I'll mix it up one more time before we pour it in, and we'll get what we get. Okay, so on to the pigment paste. This is, as it sounds, paste. It's creamier. It's not a powder. It's not chunky. And it doesn't want to open. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now, let's get this appropriately colored spoon. It's almost exactly the same. Okay. So we're going to take just a small scoop. This can get heavy and sink to the bottom. So we're just going to scrape off the bottom there. Put this in the cup, and I'm going to rest that there so it doesn't tip my cup. Put the lid back on. All right, pick this up carefully. And we're going to mix this in. Again, something else you want to make sure that you mix in well, because as you can see, it's making streaks. So if it's not mixed in, you will see those streaks in the final project. But it looks like it's mixing in very well. Well, before I was seeing streaks of paste, now I'm seeing streaks of resin, so we still have some mixing to do. And you want to make sure you're scraping the sides, scraping the bottom, getting everything mixed in, and that's looking much better. Oh, no, I say that and I see one streak there. Okay. All right, so that looks good. Again, we're gonna put this weight against there. All right, so now the alcohol ink. Now this one, I'm just gonna squirt in, but the first thing that I'm gonna do, oh, the lid does not look on. There we go. If you can see, there's 2 different shades. So we need to mix, shake that up. I'll shake it off camera so you're not, so I don't make you dizzy. Okay, and now you can see, there we go. It is mixed up. All right, now I'm gonna squirt 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 3 drops and see what that looks like. Oops. Well, let me grab a stir stick over here. go. Oh, already, oh wait, we don't want that. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix this in here. You can already see that sheen, sparkle. All right, let's pick this up. So you can see that, look at that. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful color. Now with alcohol inks can fade in the sunlight. Some are better than others. Obviously I have not tested this yet, but if you put it in direct sunlight, alcohol inks tend to fade the most quickly. But that, look at that color. That is beautiful. Okay, one more time around the side. Make sure we got it all mixed in. Okay. And we'll put this stick against there. All right, now the next thing we want to do is we want to use a little alcohol spray inside each one. So I'm going to do one at a time. So there's the first one. And we're going to mix up the glitter again because it probably has settled. Okay, and with this, I'm going to pinch the cup and pour it super close to the mold. And just stay in one spot. Oh, wait, let me move my hand so that you can see that. Stay as close to one spot as you can. Also helps reduce the bubbles. All right, just in case, we're going to stop that there. We do not want to overflow it. We would like it to dome, but not overflow. And let's just help it into that space there. Let me take a minute, look down. All right. That looks fabulous. It did, okay, one of the flowers did overflow. So I'm going to grab a baby wipe, or actually I'm just gonna grab a paper towel right here. And then a tip I learned from Julie Cuts is if you take it and you push it in. Now it is going to come back in because it is self-leveling, but now I got that extra part out and I didn't drag it across the mold. All right, I'm going to throw that away. Now let's move on to our orange mica powder. Okay, again, we're going to spray the cup and I'm going to mix this up. Some of it seems to have dissolved while we were sitting there. It still looks a little chunky. So this is, I do not expect this to come out fully smooth, but we're gonna pour it anyway. Okay. Again. That really is a cool color. Of course, you can see by my leveling mat that I like orange, and then the mat underneath is also orange. So we got a little bit too much in there, and I poured it on the outside. I did level it before we came on camera, so I will have to clean that up. Get it all the way into that. Let me look down and see if it's okay. That looks good. I should not have thrown that paper towel away. But let's just move on. Okay, I'm going to, forgot to put the lid on the alcohol ink. That's right, we'll figure that out later. So next, squirt that one, and then grab our pigment paste. And I'm going to mix it in one more time. It looks like we got a little separation there. Okay, now this one does not have a pour spout, but it's silicone, so it's going to bend. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we are here. Looks like we need a little bit more. Okay, take my spoon, make sure it hits all the sides. All right, there we go. That looks nice and full. I'm gonna take a look and make sure it is doming, which it is. It looks great. And just in case there's anybody new who's not familiar with the word doming, what I mean by that is filling it up enough so that the surface tension kind of creates a rounded appearance, because resin does shrink as it cures. So if you don't dome it, then you're likely to end up with a lip that you may have to sand off. So doming it helps to keep a smooth edge. So, okay, last one, alcohol ink. We're gonna put some alcohol in the cup. All right, one more stir around in here. All right, and I'm just gonna move this stick because it is just too narrow. I'm liable to spill it. Okay, so we'll rest that over there. And get down close, well, as close as I can. I do love the shimmer on this color. This is really pretty. All right, grab the stick again. Actually, it doesn't look like I need to. Let's see. All right, that looks like the perfect amount. So, now we're going to give them all one more squirt with the alcohol to get rid of any surface bubbles. You can also do this with heat. However, because we have one with alcohol ink in it and we have sprayed alcohol before, you really don't want to use heat. Safety first. And I do see a bubble here and one there, one there. Okay, the rest look good. And yes, I do have some leftover resin here, but I do have some molds off to the side because I never like to waste any of the resin. So with that, I'm gonna let you go and we will be back for the beauty reveal. All right, bye-bye. Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the beauty reveal. As you can see, there's a few extra pieces because we did have some resin left over. We had a little bit of each of these four left over, so I combined these two, the alcohol ink and the pigment paste, into a pair of earrings. And if you remember, I said that that pigment paste is heavier. So you can see in here, let me just lift it up. You can see how the pigment paste went under. You can see that shadow there. Went underneath the alcohol ink, and the alcohol ink went up and over into the top of the pigment paste. Now, I did not have enough. So if you can see, these are not domed. You can actually see that there is a edge right here. So I can either just put them back in and top them off, or leave them as is and just sand them down. The other thing I did was I had a little bit of the mica powder and a little bit of the glitter left, and I put it in this bookmark mold. These, I had just some plain clear resin left over, so I put a little bit of neon pink mica powder in those. This one is full and we will demold that, but this one is not. As you can see, this one only about halfway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that for another time when I have a little extra leftover resin, and I'm going to fill that up with a different color, because ornaments are cool. You can have it two-sided, two different colors, Or if I happen to have this color, that's even better. So we're going to put this one aside and let's get started. So let's start with this one. Doesn't look all that exciting from this side, but we'll see. The glitter was heavier and it sunk, and the mica powder stayed on top. So let's take a look. We've got a little overflow there. Okay, there's the bookmark. Yeah, there's a lot of overflow we're going to have to clean up here. But as you can see some of that just take it right off. But there is our glitter. And you can kind of see, it's interesting. It looks like it actually outlined the feather on there. And I will do, I'm going to paint that like I did in a previous video, and I will link that in the cards for you so you can see that. But yeah, orange and red might not be everybody's favorite, but it still sparkles and it's still pretty. Okay, so let's look at these earrings now. Take these two out there and turn them over. Oh, well, that's interesting. We have a stray spot of alcohol ink in there. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't think it looks horrible. Probably wouldn't be my first choice, but if you look at these, you can see we have just alcohol ink here, and it's a little bit darker just in this one little bitty area. So that's a mix of the alcohol ink and the pigment powder, or pigment paste, excuse me. And then up here is just solid pigment. I think they're pretty. I like that holographic look there. And so I will paint these also, just like I did with the other, like I do with the other ones. We do have a couple bubbles on the top. No biggie. All right, not much of a reveal on the ornament. It's going to be exactly what you see here, but we're going to take it out anyway. Put that mold over there, and there you go. We have a neon pink Christmas ornament. Okay. All right, now let's look at what we actually made during the original video. So we started over here, so let's start with, you know what? Let's just take them all out, and then we can move the mold. All right. Now, I am not an affiliate for her, but I just want to let you know that all of these molds, this coffee mold, the feather bookmark, and these earrings came from Julie Art Studio, and I will link her in the description as well. And I have a new order coming from her soon, so we will do an unboxing of that. So, all right. So here is the glitter. Not expecting it to look much different here, but there we go. And then I can, if you can see the outline of the hibiscus there, I'm going to paint over that and make that stand out. Okay, I'll probably do that in white. That probably would stand out the best. Okay, so there's that. And then we have my blood type is coffee. See if you can see that there. There we go. Maybe paint that one in a brown or a black. There we go. And you can see, like I said, that mica powder did not mix in really well. So we have flakes of mica powder. But I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. And now the pigment paste. We have a tiny bit of overflow there. But this one says coffee with 2 hearts. And it's nice and solid. That looks good. Very good. So we could paint that a lot of different colors. Black and white would both look good. Even we could go with a pink, orange. We could go with lots of different colors with that. And now the alcohol ink, the sparkly alcohol ink. Look at that shimmer on that. And this one says coffee before talkie. I feel that many, many mornings. But there we go. So now you have a visual on, we have glitter, we have mica powder, we have pigment paste. Let me pull up my sweatshirt there. we have pigment paste, and we have alcohol ink. And they all give you a different look. So there you have it. All right, well, thank you for joining me this week. And I remind you, as always, to look for the beauty because it's always there. Bye.